My name's Jamie. I'm an ex-alcoholic and an ex-drug addict. And I'm a current and regular depressive. I've been unfortunate enough to have had to stay in various homeless hostels and not unfortunate enough to have had to sleep on the streets. I mean, but some of those hostels are not places you want to be living. The worst place I ever stayed was called High Park House. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. It was a shithole. And it was that much of a shithole that people would move out in the summer once it was warm enough to go and sleep back on the streets. And it was while I was living there I realised I had to do something to get myself out of the situation I was in. And tonight's about homelessness, isn't it? And homelessness is the absence of a place to live. The void where home should be. Homeless. And the problem is I've had too many homes. I'm 32 years old and I've lived in 34 different places that I'd call home. And it's due to a history of being in foster care, hostels, and just generally being unsettled wherever I've lived from a very young age. And there's this idea, isn't there, that home is where the heart is, the heart. The red, juicy, pumping with its stringy muscles squeezing over and over until you're dead. Ba-boom. 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 Ba. The heart, yeah. The home, yeah. Washing the chemicals, the hormones, the dirt, the drugs through your veins. From here to here to here, and back again. Here to here to here, and back again. Moving, moving, moving. Dad, I left my ball in the street and I can't find it. My heart is a dirty little secret. It's a bruised fist pounding. It's a broken reminder of where I've been. What do you mean you've lost your fucking ball, you little shit? I won't fucking find it! So when you've moved around so much and you've had too many homes, what is home? Is in here, in your brain, in your head? Is it in here? Your body. I mean, but you know, you can only feel your body because of all these many miles of stringy tendrils that stretch down and out and spread through. So like your brain is in your body and here are the same things. And that's why when your body's fucked, your head feels fucked, and when your head is fucked, your body can feel fucked. And if your head's been smushed by a childhood growing up, getting beaten, called names, not knowing where the next little cunt is coming from, then maybe there's not a home in your head anymore, and the body's a stranger, and there's no fit together like it should. Dad, I've looked and I can't find it. And putting that shit back together is a fucking nightmare. Because you've got to unlearn so much about what it is you feel about yourself, about who it is you think you are, about what it is you think others think about you. I mean, but one of the great things about brains is that they don't just mould, they remould. But even then, you're still living within the old mould, because when pathways in the brain are tread over and over, day after day, moment after moment, they fuse together. It ain't pretty. You just learn to deal with it better. Do you mean you can't fucking find it? You little fucking shit! Come here! Is it in there? Hey, have a fucking look, you little cunt! I used to be a mess, a pile of rubble. It didn't matter where I was, it was this that was fucked. All of this. There was no home. I wasn't settled in the thing that gave me presence in the space I exist in. Dad, don't! Stop it! Is it any wonder I turned to drink and drugs for a release from standing in this pit of smouldering broken bricks and smashed glass? You know what? The first time I got stoned, I felt comfortable, yeah. I felt heavy. Just here, just like way down on the earth, just for a while. You see, you little fucking shit! This is why we can't have nice things! He beat the shit out of me that day. It was my 10th birthday, and he bought me this orange suede tango football, specifically designed for AstroTurf. But I didn't ever go to the AstroTurf. I didn't know where the fucking AstroTurf was. I played football in the street because it was something to do and nothing more. Football has, always did and does, bore the fucking shit out of me. But I pretended to like football because I wanted to fit in. No one noticed I was pretending, and I just got on with it. I didn't say anything. This ball, my 10th birthday, this suede football I never asked for, I didn't want. You know what, it was nice, like, yeah, it was really soft. It was dead nice to touch, and when I rubbed my face on it, it was lovely. But I lost it. I don't know where, in the street, went missing, whatever. He beat the shit out of me. And it was only one of many experiences in the environment growing up that had just thrown me head all out of sync with itself. And you know what? Like, by the time I was 11, I was having paranoid delusions. I thought, literally, that Britney Spears had hidden these like cameras all over my house, and she was watching me, and her and her agents were gonna come and take me away to Hollywood when I was ready, because I was special. And that meant I didn't, even when I was alone in the house, in my room, on the bed there, in the toilet having a shit, I felt like I was being watched. I didn't get a moment's rest from having to perform everything for these imaginary strangers. I never told anyone. No one ever noticed. I just had to get on with it. There's a growing body of research that suggests that people with a high level of adverse childhood experiences are far more likely to have ongoing mental health issues. It's possible that many people who are diagnosed with things like personality disorder, depression, anxiety, are living with the consequences of a childhood spent worrying, being abused, neglected, not knowing when the next tirade of abuse will come. My mum was diagnosed with severe personality disorder, and she had a secret. And her secret was that when she was a child, her big brother had raped her. But she didn't tell anyone. No one ever noticed. She just got on with it. And there's so many people who just can't seem to deal with the things that their heads and their bodies are throwing at them. And it's possible that they're living with the effects that childhood chronic toxic stress have had on the development of their brain and its regulatory capacities. It's not just mental health as well, it's physical. People with a high level of adverse childhood experience seem to be more likely to have things like autoimmune diseases and inflammatory related illnesses such as gastrointestinal disorders. And it's worrying that the old adage, "we live in a sick society," seems to be more true the more we learn. Is a house a home? Not necessarily, but a head should be, a body should be. Home is where the heart is, and everybody's home should be supportive towards growth and towards health. I'm now somehow one of the lucky ones. And it's hard to acknowledge that I've come so far, because my body and my brain, they kick in so easily with the hate, the self-hate, the depression, the anxiety. But I've survived. And I've died and I've been reborn 1,000 times, and I'm learning who I am, who I really am. And my home is full of flying palms and bust lips, and my heart is a history that repeats itself.